it's Mr. Duran, and it is time for another Tech Tip Tuesday. And we have arrived. It is the last video in our Atlas training series. And this video, after you have figured out how to use the item tool and the create exam tool, now it's time to start sharing with your colleagues and building an educator community. So this video is going to be all about wrapping up the tool and figuring out how you can share with your colleagues and share with other teachers and even reuse exams for the future. All right, I'll see you on the other side as we wrap up this Atlas training.
This section covers the common tasks or actions you can perform on tests. Here is a list of the actions you can take on tests. The actions you can perform may depend on the test status and library. The buttons shown here display in the toolbar above the results table or in the dotted menu. This section covers these actions in the order that they appear in this table. You can create copies of any test that you wish to modify without affecting the original version. Open the Test tab, and mark the checkbox for each test you wish to copy. Then, click the Copy button in the toolbar, or the Copy button in the Test Actions dotted menu. Click OK in the message that displays. The copied test will be added to the results table. You can now click the name of the copied test to edit the content. As shown here, you may be able to share and delete copied tests. You can modify the content of any test you created, if it is in draft status. After you publish a test, you cannot edit the test's items or properties. In addition, when another educator shares a test with you, you may only edit its content if you were given editing permissions by the original author. You can also make copies of shared tests, and edit the copies. To make changes to your tests, open the Test tab, and click the Edit button under the name of the test you want to edit. You may need to apply filters first. The corresponding test builder page will appear. You can create labels, and add them to tests that you want to organize on the Content tab. Open the Test tab, and mark the checkbox for each test you wish to label, or to label an individual test, use the dotted menu option. Click the Label button in the toolbar. The Apply Label window appears. You can search for a label, or you can select a sub-label from a drop-down menu, and click the Apply button. After adding labels to your tests, you can use the Labels menu, in the Filter panel on the left of the Test tab, to easily view the tests with the selected label. You can create labels for any content in your libraries, but these labels appear on your screen only. They are unique to your account, and do not display for anyone else the content is shared with. To create a new label, click the Create New button. The New Label pop-up window will appear, allowing you to enter a new label name. You can add a sub-label within the label, by making selections from the drop-down menu. Click Save. This section covers how to create custom workgroups, so that you can share your items with other educators on a regular basis. You can create workgroups to make it easy to share your items with the same group of educators on a regular basis. You can also manage the membership of your existing workgroups. 1. Select the My Workgroups link on the dashboard. 2. Click Create New Workgroup on the Manage Workgroups page. 3. In the Workgroup Name field, enter a unique name for your group, and select an institution. 4. In the Search for Recipients field, enter the name or email address for the user you want to add to the group. Select the name when it appears in the dropdown. 5. The educator's name will appear in the Selected Members section. 6. Educators become active in a workgroup once you click Save. You can share tests with them. Optional. If you ever need to modify the workgroup, select Manage Workgroups on the dashboard, and then click the Edit button by the name of the workgroup you wish to modify. You can also click X to delete a workgroup. This section explains how to share your items and tests with others. You can share any item in your personal library. First, open the Items tab and apply the appropriate filters. Then use the banner button or the dotted menu option to share items. The item sharing window will appear. You will only be able to share with someone at the same level as you or below. For example, a teacher can only share with other teachers. You are able to share across varying user levels if you are in a work group with those with a higher role than you. 1. Search for an educator's name or email address, or the name of a work group or institution. Select the recipients you want to share your content with. 2. In the search results, click the plus symbol for each educator you wish to add as a recipient. 3. Select the specific permissions you'd like to give to each recipient. All recipients will be able to create copies of your shared content by default. To allow a recipient to view the content, mark the View checkbox. To allow a recipient to make edits to the shared content, mark the Edit checkbox. To allow a recipient to publish tests containing the draft item, mark the Publish checkbox. 4. Click Save. The shared content will now appear in the items table for the selected recipients. When sharing tests with other educators, you can choose to share the test with them in Classroom Tool for collaboration purposes, or in the test administration site, where they can administer it to students. Begin by filtering the Test Content tab for the test you want to share. To share an individual test, click the dotted menu to the left of the test and select Share. 1. To share multiple tests, mark the checkboxes of the tests you want to share, and click the Share button in the toolbar. 2. The test sharing window will appear. To share the test so it can be administered by other educators, mark the Share to TTS radio button. 3. Search for an educator's name or email address, or the name of a work group or institution. Select the recipients you want to share your content with. 4. In the search results, click the plus symbol for each educator you wish to add as a recipient. 5. Enter or change the dates in the administration period fields. 6. Click Save. The tests will now appear in the Select Tests tab of TDS for the selected recipients. When sharing tests with other educators for collaboration purposes. 1. Select the Share in Classroom Tool radio button at the top of the test sharing page. 2. Find recipients by using the Sharing Group field and the Search for Recipients menu. 3. Use the search results column to add recipients. 4. Select the specific permissions you'd like to give to each recipient. All recipients will be able to create copies of your shared content by default. To allow a recipient to view the tests, mark the View checkbox. To allow a recipient to make edits to the shared tests, mark the Edit checkbox. To allow a recipient to publish the tests, mark the Publish checkbox. You can find additional Classroom Tool resources on the Atlas portal. However, if you still require assistance with troubleshooting a technical issue, you may also contact the Arkansas Atlas Help Desk. When contacting the Help Desk, please be ready to provide the following information. Any error messages that are appearing, including codes, your operating system and browser information, your network configuration information, your contact information for follow-up by phone or email, and any other relevant information, such as test names or content areas, student IDs, session IDs, and search criteria. For questions about test administration or policy issues, please contact your district test coordinator. Thank you for taking the time to view this training module. For detailed information, consult your Classroom Tool guide, located on the Atlas portal, or contact the Arkansas Atlas Help Desk.
This has been Tech Tip Tuesday. I'll see you guys next time.